I live in a share house and there is 4 of us, 4 adults, and we operate things a little bit differently, apparently, according to the internet, in our household in terms of when it comes to delegating chores and how we keep the place looking nice and tidy. If you're just stumbling across this video and you have no idea who I am, hi, welcome. My name is Kate. I post TikToks all of the time about my life, and it seems to piss half of the internet off, and the other half of the internet tends to love it. And one of my top performing videos is a video of me talking about our chore chart in our house and how we operate all of our chores and things like that. It left people with a lot of questions. We're going to go through all of the questions that were left on that video, but let me explain to you first how it works. So because there are 4 of us, we have divided the chores into 4 tasks that need to be done each week, and it works on a rotating roster. So there is the kitchen. Once a week, the kitchen just needs to be deep cleaned. There is living and laundry. So living room just needs to be tidied. Things need to be put away that are just like left or have been moved around. It just means that the couch needs to be fluffed up or the couch needs to be vacuumed, that kind of stuff. And the laundry aspect to that is you just need to do the laundry that the house contributes to. So we're talking like tea towels, cloths, that kind of stuff. Then we have floors. Pretty self-explanatory. It just means that you have to vacuum and mop all of the floors. And then lastly, we have outside. Outside is actually a bit of a whatever week because there's really not much that needs to be done. So it's actually like a little bit of a break. And all you have to do is sweep outside and wipe down the tables and put things away. So that's how it operates. Every week it rotates. So if I did kitchen last week, I'm on living and laundry the next week, then I'm on outside, then I'm on floors, and every week everyone gets a different chore. Also have a strike system. So if you don't do your chores for whatever reason, you get a strike. Now, the strike system isn't like, oh, you're sick. You couldn't do the chores because you're sick. Yeah, you get a strike. Nice one. No, if you have like a reasonable reason or explanation as to why you're not doing your chores, like we're not nasty people, like of course. And if you're sick, one of us is probably gonna be like, oh, let me help you out. I'll do it for you. Like we're not assholes. But when you reach 3 strikes, it means the following week you have to do all 4 chores. And so everyone else gets the week off basically. And it's just 3 strikes, you have to do all of the chores. So yeah, that's the strike system. Now, I've got the TikTok open here. We're going to go through some of the top comments and just see what people are saying and see if we can answer some of these questions. What gets you a strike? Not doing your chore or doing it poorly? It's not doing your chore altogether. If you're consistently not doing your chores to the standard that everyone else has agreed upon, then that can be a conversation, but that's not going to necessarily get you a strike if you just did like a half-assed job. You know, if someone's doing a half-assed job, it's probably time to be like, oh, are you okay? Like, is something going on? Can I help you out with that? Like, we're reasonable people. That strike system is wild. Honestly, I don't think it's that wild. If you've gone 3 weeks without doing your chores over the span of however long, that means that's 3 weeks that we've had to live in a house that hasn't been up to the standard that we've all agreed upon, or 3 weeks that you've gotten away with not doing any chores. And then the following week, it just means that you have to do 4 sets of chores. So really you're making up for the 3 weeks that you didn't clean for, and your punishment, I guess, or like your consequence of that is that you just have to do 1 chore on top of that. So it's actually not that wild when you come to think of it. Someone said, just pull your weight. If you see something that needs done, bloody do it. And then someone replied to that, you must be naive to what happens in share houses. That's so funny because especially over Christmas time when there were people in and out of the house. Oh, that's the other thing. If you're out of the house for like 3 days, 4 days of the week, you don't necessarily have to do your chore for that week because you didn't really contribute to the mess. So over Christmas time, there was like a 2-week period where people were in and out of the house. No one was doing their chores because it was chaos and we actually just didn't have time. And those people who were home were cleaning up after themselves and like cleaning as we went. But you just don't realize how much like falls aside when all of this is happening. And it really just isn't enough to just clean up after yourself as you go. And there always seems to be one person that does more than the rest. And that's just not like a healthy house to live in. I'm sorry, but if I'm in a share house, I'm only doing my laundry. Like, I'm not anyone's mum. Okay, so the laundry, that's a funny one because a lot of people assume that the laundry is, washing their clothes. I'm not washing anyone else's clothes but mine. It's just the household collective items. So tea towels and cloths, and if there was a spill and there was a towel used to clean up the spill, like that kind of stuff. I'm not cleaning anyone's undies. Sorry. That's feral. I'm not doing that. Someone said, if you need a chore board, you're not roommates, you're children. This is what I love about the internet. People will always back you up before you even get the chance to do it. Someone commented and said, it creates structure and efficiency. No one is over or undercompensating and everything gets done. Spot on, could not have said it better. Literally myself. What if after 3 strikes, they're supposed to do everything but still don't do it? I actually replied to this comment and I said, then maybe a conversation is needed about whether they fit in the share house or maybe they should find other accommodation. Because I'm sorry, if you've all agreed upon it and they're refusing to, and they're, in that case, acting like children, that's not somebody that I want to live with. And if they're the one with the problem, then sorry, you got to go. That's never happened here because we're all adults and we all agreed upon it and we're all communicating effectively. But if it did, I'm sorry, I don't want to live with that person. I live in a house with 10 people total for a year. A chore chart was fundamental to keeping the house livable. 10 people is so many people. I actually don't think I'd cope mentally and emotionally living with 10 people. Although, the chores every week would be diluted so much you would barely have anything to do. So there's like pros to that. So anyway, I think that clears up most of the questions. If you are still left with any, leave them down below. Happy to answer them. But in the meantime, let me know what you think about this system. Do you think, have I pissed you off? Do you love this? My housemate's dog is going nuts. I've got to let her in. But yeah, thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.